Man, I wish I had a horseshoe crab made out of horseshoes right now.
What's up?
Hello everybody, I'm Random Raccoon and I'm officially back. And this is the video of how I make a horseshoe crab out of horseshoes. So my plan is, I'm going to layer these two horseshoes kind of like how I'm demonstrating in the video. Kind of a bit like that. And then I'm going to have this piece of metal that I hammered. Like that to kind of make the shell dome thing of it. And then use that little small horseshoe, kind of put it up like that, and put it and make that kind of like the back end. What I'm doing right now is grinding the side so it has more of a point to it. P.S. I have no clue what I'm doing, so this is all a whole new experience for both of us. Alright, and this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what I was going for, so pretty baller. So here I am lining up the metal dome thingy that I hammered. Now I'm going to tack weld it on and hammer it a little bit more to get the shape I want. Now I'm going to weld the entirety of the dome thingy-madobber-dooby-dobber on right now. Right now it's about the time that I figured out that the sheet metal I was using is really thin, and I burnt through that sucker bad. That black dent right there is where I picked up a metal horseshoe and burnt the shite out of me hand. This will henceforth be known as its tail. This is going to be the alleged body plan I'm going for, just with a lot more detail later. I bent it like this, you'll figure out later. And that later is right now. So I bent it like that because the back horseshoe is going to be kind of at an angle, so I wanted the tail to be attached to that horseshoe but lay flat with the ground, so I had to bend it and make it look kind of silly goofy.
That's what it's supposed to look like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Now I'm bloody put a little point on it, yeah, you see, so because you know how horseshoe crabs' tails go to a point, so I'm doing that so I can put it on the horseshoe and it may look good, you know what I'm saying? I also attached a piece of sheet metal over the horseshoe to make it look like the back shell thingy on a horseshoe crab, you know, that thing. I'll put a photo in. And this is the base. This is what I did after putting the piece of sheet metal on. I think it looks pretty darn diddly skeleton bud good, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use this piece of metal as like a to weld it on to make that ridge. And we'll see how it turns out. Okay, quickly, but before I do that, I'm going to tack this top horseshoe to the bottom horseshoe and make it together, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing in this video here. That is insanely sped up. Okay, and this is how it looks. I welded it from the bottom because welding it from the bottom looks pretty darn baller, in my opinion. And this is why you don't drop hot things.
Oh yeah, I also thought it would be a really good idea to put legs on it, like kind of underneath, so you have to flip it over and kind of see them. I think that would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, by the way, these are horse nails, which are the nails that put the horseshoes on a horse's hoof. I just bent those to make them kind of look like legs. Alright, so I just started tacking these on, which different from these. These are going to be like the spikes that are on the side of the tail of a horseshoe crab, the little tail portion. So I just kind of grinded those down so they're not as spiky, and I'm just tacking 4 to each side. I was going to go with 5, and then I realized I don't have too much room, so I just went down. Alright you guys, I welded all those on, and this is what they look like on the other side, and I think they look pretty baller. Now on this bottom side, I'm going to put all these little leg things on there. It should look pretty cool when I'm done. Alright, I just finished with this. These are its legs. I mean, the welds look ugly as shizate, but I mean, it works. Alright, now with this, I'm gonna make a ridge that goes kind of here, and then I'm gonna make a little big dot, 'cause that's where its eye's gonna be, and I'll copy that on. Yeah, then I'll copy that on the other side, and I'll put like a couple spikes here and one back there where the eye ridge thing ends. I'll be using the ends that I cut off of the spikes, which I'm glad I didn't throw those away, because now I'm using them again. Baller. these are what that looks like. All I gotta do are just tack these on, like right here, and then weld the shite out of it, and then put these on to finish them off. Oh my god, he's beautiful. Look at this absolute glorious masterpiece right here. Even underneath him looks great. Put my initials in there. This guy's amazing. Bloody love him. Alright, and what I spray him with is a mix of hydrogen peroxide, vinegar, and about a teaspoon of salt. Here it is after spraying it for a little bit. And still got a few more sprays to go. Okay, I did a little bit off cam, but I sprayed it for a bit, rinsed it off. It kind of rained outside. It was all week. It was pretty rainy, so it kind of rained a lot. It's been dry like all day, so I checked the horseshoe crab and he's been dry. So I used some clear spray paint to seal up so it doesn't get rust over everything. And it should be done soon.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. Here's my finished horseshoe crab. See you next time.